Donald Trump is back, and he's not just shaking up US politics, he's shaking up the entire crypto world, because we've now got a new SEC chairman, a first ever crypto task force, and even Trump and Melania coins. So is this the dawn of a new crypto-friendly America, or just another headline grabbing stunt? Let's dive deep, because this story is wilder than it sounds. Donald Trump's return to the White House is already making waves, but let's zoom in on one key area that might define his second term: cryptocurrency. Now, let's be real, Trump wasn't always a fan of Bitcoin. In 2019, he famously called Bitcoin a scam and declared that he wasn't a fan of crypto. But fast forward to 2025, and Trump's perspective seems to have completely flipped. Why? Well, the numbers don't lie. Crypto is no longer a niche market. In fact, it's $1 trillion industry, and Bitcoin's now trading at over 100k per coin. Trump and his team seem to have realised that embracing crypto could give the US a major edge in global financial markets. And let's not forget, he promised to make America the Bitcoin superpower. But how does he plan to do that? This brings us to the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, and its brand new crypto task force. Headed by acting chairman Mark Uyeda, this task force has one job, and that is to clean up the chaos that's plagued crypto regulation in the US for years. I mean, let's face it, the SEC under Gary Gensler before was controversial, and it relied heavily on enforcement actions like the lawsuits against Ripple and even Coinbase, instead of just, doing what it's supposed to do, which is provide clear rules for the industry. And so now we're seeing a major shift. Uyeda and the SEC are now promising a comprehensive and clear regulatory framework. And in their own words, they want to draw clear lines, create realistic paths for crypto companies to register, and craft sensible disclosure frameworks. So basically, they're saying that there is no more guessing games. And so to understand why this task force is such a big deal, let's go back to the Gensler era between 2021 and 2024, where the SEC made headlines for its aggressive stance on crypto. If any of you out there can remember the Ripple lawsuit that just seemed to drag on for years. This left investors and developers in limbo, and then we also had the SEC's sudden crackdown on staking programs that some exchanges were running like Krakens, and these moves at the time were criticised for being reactive, confusing, and frankly stifling innovation. And so what Uyeda and his team are promising now is a fresh start, one where crypto innovators actually know the rules before they start building. Now, Trump isn't doing this alone. He's assembling a crypto dream team, if you will, starting with Mark Uyeda as acting SEC chairman. And then we've got also Paul Atkins, who is the man that Trump has nominated to lead the SEC permanently. Atkins has a history of pushing for lighter regulation, and he's known for being pro-innovation. And Trump himself even called him a proven leader for common sense regulations. And then there is also Hester Pierce, who is affectionately known as Crypto Mum. She's been leading this new task force, and if her track record is any indication, then we can expect a strong push for balanced and innovation-friendly policies. Pierce has long criticised the SEC's heavy-handed approach, so this could be her chance to, actually make a real difference. So now let's get to the part that everyone seems to be talking about on social media, and that is that Trump and Melania have launched their own cryptocurrencies with tickers Trump and ticker Melania. Yes, this did actually happen, and they're not just tokens, they're actually meme coins. Think Dogecoin, but with Trump's face on it instead of a dog's. And speaking of Dogecoin, did you notice that the Department of Government Efficiency that Elon Musk is kind of running, or DOGE, initially had the Dogecoin logo on its website? So now, whether this is Trump or Elon Musk trolling us or a genuine nod to crypto culture, we will probably won't even find out. But one thing we do know is that they know how to grab attention. And here's where it gets interesting, because while the US is just now forming a task force, the European Union has already implemented its landmark crypto regulation, MiCA rules. You will know all about them if you've been watching my channel. These took full effect last December, and MiCA provides clear rules for the entire 27-member bloc, making the EU the first major jurisdiction to actually establish a comprehensive crypto framework. So the question is now, can the US catch up? Well, Trump's team is clearly betting that a friendlier regulatory environment can attract more innovation and more investment. But with the EU already ahead, it could turn into a kind of a global crypto race for dominance. So what does this mean for you, and what does it mean for crypto? Well, firstly, if the SEC task force delivers on its promises, then we could see fewer lawsuits and more clarity for crypto projects, and that's great news for investors and developers alike. But remember, with big promises come big risks. Regulatory clarity can also mean tighter rules on things like taxes, other things like disclosures, and anti-money laundering compliance as well. And let's not forget all the potential for hype and scams as well. Just because Trump and Melania have their own coins now, it doesn't mean that you should just jump in without doing your homework. Always do your own research before buying anything. And here's the bottom line. Donald Trump's second term could be a turning point for crypto in America. And whether it's the SEC task force, the Trump and Melania coins, or the rise of DOGE, the department, not the coin, there's no denying that crypto is now a central part of the political conversation. But what do you think? Is this the start of a new crypto-friendly era, or are we just watching political theatre unfold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get the conversation going. And if you enjoyed this video and you don't want to miss out on any more updates like this, then hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because if you found this breakdown helpful, then give it a thumbs up and also share it with your friends. Until next time, stay informed, stay sharp, and stay ahead.